Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News from a Catholic Perspective. I'm Wyatt Goolsby in for Lauren Ashburn. President Trump is back in the United States after a two-day visit to France. French President Emmanuel Macron hosted the president for the annual Bastille Day celebration today. This year, the event coincided with the 100th anniversary of the U.S. entry into World War I. Correspondent Mark Irons has more from the White House. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. The French president made a point of detailing both the long history of ties between France and America and the areas where he and Trump disagree. And President Trump is standing by our ally, saying America and France will never be defeated.
A Bastille Day parade this morning capped 2 days of Parisian glitz for the president and First Lady. Today, President Macron thanked the U.S. for turning the tide of World War I and for being one of its allies and friends.
The United States of America are among them. And that is why nothing will ever separate us.
The leaders appear to have moved beyond a tense introduction in May. Their body language in Paris this week suggests the relationship has reached a new level. The fight against terrorism is an issue that unites the two countries, something President Trump highlighted.
We also face grave threats from terrorist organizations that wage war on innocent lives. Tomorrow will mark 1 year since a joyous Bastille Day celebration in Nice turned into a massacre. We all remember that, how horrible that was.
Macron made a smart move inviting President Trump.
An expert on transatlantic relations calls Macron a very savvy politician and says it was in France's strategic interest to extend the hand of friendship so early on to President Trump. Despite major differences on climate change and trade, there are areas of agreement.
Yeah, I think without a doubt you're going to see, some common ground when it comes to the war in Iraq and Syria. The broader fight against Islamist terrorism. After all, France is really on the front line of that fight.
In a statement released by the White House, President Trump says the United States and France are more united than ever and are working to destroy terrorist organizations by eliminating their safe havens, ending their financing, and eradicating their ideology. Wyatt.
Mark, President Trump kept a low profile last weekend's return from the G20. What can we expect to see of him this weekend?
Well, Wyatt, the president's golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey is hosting this weekend's U.S. Women's Open. He tweeted that he'll attend that tournament. Trump has spent several weekends at the club since his November election, but none have been during an event of this magnitude. 156 golfers will be there, and protesters are expected, in addition to thousands of fans.
Correspondent Mark Irons at the White House. Thanks, Mark.